Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do another new project, something I've never done before and don't know how to do it, but we'll sink or swim. Let's go. All right, so today we're going to attempt to build a lattice partition wall to obscure the view of this air conditioning unit. And I thought it might be helpful if I showed you how the house situates on our road, because I called this the back of the house. And for all intents and purposes, I guess, it is the back of the house. However, just our little county road and the way the house sits on it. Oh, isn't that pretty? I always get comments on the view. I am located in northern Arkansas, by the way. And it is beautiful. We're super blessed and fortunate to be able to call this place home. When you're coming down the road, this is what you see. This side of the house, even though it is the back, it is in full view when you are traveling down the road. So most people, whenever they say, they talk about the back of their house, it's not usually in full view of traffic passing by, but mine is. And I wish it wasn't that way. I wish so badly that the front of the house, let me go ahead and walk around and I'll show you the front of the house. I wish that the front was situated parallel with the road, but that's just not. The end of the house is exactly parallel with the road, so that's the view. I've had videos in the past where I talk about this and what my plans are to do here, so I won't get into that right now. But this is the front of the house. Again, let's take a second for the pretty view. These are the Ozark Mountains in northern Arkansas. I'm pretty close to the Arkansas-Missouri border. If you've heard of Branson, Missouri, maybe, I'm very close to Branson, Missouri. Okay, so this is the front of the house. The main highway is this way. Traveling up the road, you see this view. And yeah, so anyway, I thought maybe that would kind of help get your bearings on this. So when I say back of the house, it's still in full view of passersby and traffic. I think that building a little partition will sort of just give the eye a visual stop right there, past these windows, right there. The only problem is that I have no idea necessarily how to build this. Same kind of deal from the last video or two when I built the surround around my front door. It's not structural, it's just for looks. And same thing here. This is not a structural thing, it's just gonna be for looks. So I feel like it's not that big of a deal to just like practice on it. I don't know. As with anything, anytime I do anything I've never done before, it makes me a little bit nervous. And added nerves, like I'm doing it with the camera on me and then I'm gonna post it on the internet for all of the Gregs out there to tell me how I'm doing it wrong. The Gregs and the Steves. I know I'm doing it wrong, okay? I know. Okay, so the very first thing I need to do is set the posts. Oh, we've already dug some holes. This weekend, while my husband was here, I mean, he's at work now, sadly. I wish he was here to help, but he helped me dig these holes because we have a lot of rock here in the beautiful Ozark Mountains of northwest Arkansas. Hole digging is difficult. And no, we don't have an auger, and we wouldn't have been able to use an auger back here anyway because our utilities are buried. We knew exactly where they were and we were very careful. We had to hand dig holes. Anyway, we need to set the posts, but in order to do that, I need to do something with a string from the videos I've seen, like get a straight line. I don't know. Let me go see if I can find some string. So I left here to go find string so that I could lay out a straight line and a square corner. And before I knew it, 8 hours had passed and I wasn't closer to either one of those things. I searched high and low for string and all I could find was some yarn from a knitting project that my daughter abandoned like 3 years ago. And after doing the best I could to set up a straight line with that yarn, I was not at all confident that my line was actually perpendicular to the house, 2, that my corner was actually 90 degrees, and 3, that I was even capable of setting 4x4 posts posts by myself at all. So I basically wasted the entire day doubting myself, and I waited for my husband to get home from work. And together we got the posts set. And looking back, there was no way I would have been able to set those posts in concrete by myself. So I don't even know why I was planning on attempting that at all. At any rate, by the end of the day, the posts were set and they were as straight as we could get them. And I'll show you how the rest of this came together in just a second. But first, I want to say a quick thank you to today's sponsor. So if you have watched any of my videos in the past, you maybe have heard me talk about Wild Grain before, and I'm going to talk about them again because they are sponsoring today's video. Wild Grain is the first baked from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, pastas, and pastries because they partner with small bakers across the country who love to keep the tradition of artisanal baking alive. So I love Wild Grain because it is a convenient way for me to keep fresh and wholesome real food on hand for my family and myself to enjoy. Everything that we've tried in the almost a whole year of me being a Wild Grain customer has been so good. But you don't even have to take my word for it because Wild Grain has over 40,000 5-star reviews, and they've been voted #1 food subscription box by USA Today for 3 years in a row. I think what they're probably most famous for is their sourdough. I have been loving slow fermented brioche rolls, and I like to put just like a chicken patty for like a quick and easy lunch or dinner. Something I have not tried yet, but I've heard really good things about are the giant chocolate chip chunk cookies, which I'm gonna make today here in just a second. And if you sign up now, you get free croissants for life in every single box. But I'm gonna make these chocolate chip cookies right now. So if you are looking at this and saying, but Kayla, this all looks great, but I'm gluten-free. Well, guess what? It's your lucky day. Don't feel excluded. Most of these things that you see here, they have a gluten-free option of. They also have vegan boxes, and they now have a new offering of a protein box. So they fit into almost any dietary restrictive diet. If I were to order my very first Wild Grain box right now, these are the items I would get. The slow fermented ciabatta rolls, plain sourdough loaf, slow fermented brioche rolls, the chocolate croissants, and the maple Belgian waffles. Those are so good. I haven't had a chocolate chip cookie in a long time. Okay, add the giant chocolate chunk cookies to the list. If I haven't convinced you to give Wild Grain a try yet, here's one last thing. Wild Grain gives back by donating 2 meals for every single box sold to a food security nonprofit of your choice at no extra charge. If you want to give Wild Grain a try right now, you get $30 off your first box and free croissants for life by using this link and my code KaylaPayne. I've left it in the description for you. That's good. Okay, as you can see, now I have 4 posts set. I started this on Monday. It is now currently Wednesday morning. This is all I have to show for 2 days of work. All of the footage that I have thus far is me standing around with my hands on my hips. All right, but for real, enough playing around. I've got to get something accomplished today. I want to build the frame and the lattice that's gonna go here. $44 and 1/8. All right, I think I have a game plan. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so now that I've got this first frame done, I'm trying to decide if I should screw it together and construct it while it's down like this, or if I should put them up piece by piece, like onto the 4x4s and construct it up. I mean, I guess either way is gonna work fine. Oh my gosh, okay. I brought it over and put it in place. Look, now I can just get this leveled at the top and screw it into the 4x4s. I just built that rectangle. What? I'm so excited. I cannot tell you how pleased I am that this worked. I know it's a little early in the game to be so confident. I don't build a lot of things. I just can't believe it worked. 44 and 9/16. All right, let's do it again. Okay, it's not going to sit down this low. It's going to be up because we get a lot of wind coming from the west to the east, and I want the leaves and the debris that blows this way to be able to be blown underneath this lattice. So this bottom rail will probably be up around this high. It's just that this one doesn't fit quite as tightly as that first one. The first one's just being held there because it's a tight fit. It'll be more like this. What the heck? I'm so impressed. Let's do one more. Got the level up here. I'm gonna level it to where I want it. I mean, that's perfect. Is there any reason I can't screw this in right now? I could always unscrew it if I have to. I'm gonna screw it in. Wow, it's perfect. Okay. Good morning. It is the next day. I cut a couple of pieces of this last night and then called it a night. Let's test this out. I don't have any of these trim pieces like nailed in yet. I think they fit tight enough to stay for a minute. I actually don't know that I like that. You can still see through it so much. Let's go back. Okay. I don't know, guys. I don't think I like the lattice. I think the holes are too big. I think the holes are too big of the lattice. This is the only lattice that they had in stock at Home Depot whenever I was buying it. Okay, let me look online to see if they have lattice that is closer together. Okay, I just looked online. They don't have any lattice in stock that is like, what am I trying to say? Like closer together where the slats are closer together so that the whole opening is smaller, but nobody around me has any in stock. Let me try this. Would it work if I doubled it up? Yeah, like this. Right? Does this look better? Yeah. Yes. Of course, all the openings aren't perfect, but what does this look like from back here? Yeah. Is it weird to double it up? I mean, that worked. They're not like perfectly centered everywhere. So the opening squares, like that one doesn't match this one. That doesn't matter, right? Things will eventually be growing in front of it. I think I like it. That looks good. Okay, well, crisis averted. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get some more sheets of it. So I don't wanna leave and do that. It's like 25 minutes away. I have other things I can do until I'm gonna have to have this. I need to cut out more of these trim pieces that go along here. So there are 8 pieces of this trim per panel. 41 and 5/8. 41 and 5/8. All right, I just got all the trim pieces. This is what's gonna hold the lattice together in like a sandwich, so the lattice will fit in this channel. That corner doesn't look very good. Is it anywhere close to right? I cut it awfully short up in the right corner. Can't tell from here, but To get the double lattice to look right, I cut the first piece to size and then I laid it on top of the second piece of lattice with the pattern offset and marked where to make my cuts. That way the openings would line up correctly. Now, it's not exactly perfect, but as it turns out, I really love the way this looks. The overlapping layers create almost a basket weave effect, and honestly, I just think it looks so much better than had I bought lattice with smaller openings to begin with. It was a perfect happy accident. Need to zip this trim in and we'll be almost done. Oh, is that the last one? Oh, there you go. Well, what do you think? I cannot tell you how ecstatic I am with how it turned out. I think it is just so perfect. I'm not saying it's perfectly executed. I'm sure I did several things wrong, but it's standing and it's solid. We'll see how it withstands wind because we do get a lot of wind this direction. I'm so proud of myself because I don't know if it came through on the camera, like how nervous and intimidated I was to do this project, but I was scared to death. When I started, I really wished that I had somebody to help me. I wished that I had my dad or my husband or just somebody here to help me do it because I was so uncertain. So now in hindsight, let me tell you, if you are somebody who's wanting to do something like this, it was very simple. At least something this small. I'm not gonna say like building a gigantic fence around the perimeter of your yard or something is going to be a simple project, but something this small was completely doable. Now, for a couple of things. This is all pressure treated wood and it's extremely wet, and it's advised to let pressure treated lumber dry out before applying a finish to it. So then that means staining or painting. So I'm gonna let this dry out and I'll get a moisture reader when it gets dried out enough to put a finish on it. Then I'll do it. Right now I'm leaning towards staining it. My thinking is that I'll stain it for now, and then eventually if I get tired of the look of it stained, I can always paint it afterwards, but I couldn't do it in the reverse order. So as badly as I wish that it was like totally finished and painted and pretty to show you at the end of this video, it's just, you know, it is what it is. The next video I will put in the rest of this planting bed and make it a little bit more satisfying after. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please know that if I can do this project alone, so can you. Go make something pretty.